you'll never stop. Give it up, what done on me, you not big enough. Fix it up. Now he's slipping up, kiss it up. Over the way, he got burned, so I mix it up. DJ
the starting lineup for the visiting Cleveland.
Grant, both defenses will have their work cut out for them here against these two high-powered offenses.
Get your popcorn ready. There should be a ton of scoring, but I'm also looking to see which team can bring the most intensity on defense. In the end, that will be the deciding factor in this one.
And the Cleveland starting five. Garland runs point with Mitchell at the 2. Mobley out there with DeAndre Hunter. And it's Bamba in at the center position.
You got to get out on that if you're the defender. Maxey is very capable from beyond the arc.
Back to Garland. Pulls it from the top of the key, and the jumper is good.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. The rebound by Garland. And here comes Cleveland. Their last game, a win against the Magic. Looking to carry it into this one.
What about their offense? It was a well-oiled machine, getting them high-quality looks time and time again.
Boy, it really showed the trust they have in one another. I love how they got after it, and you could feel that they were playing for each other.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using it. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Mitchell, an important scorer for this team, averaging around 25 and a half a game.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling, and he still misses. Boy, he wishes he had that one back.
George, no good.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
It seems you could bring in anybody to this team and pair them with Embiid, and they'd still win, Grant.
Oh, they got a solid roster, but there's no denying that Embiid is the heartbeat of this team. The 76ers go how Embiid goes, kind of like our broadcast with you. And in the last 5 seasons, they've gone to the playoffs.
You know, the fact is, he's not a lock from there, but he was open enough to where he should have hit that shot.
The Cavaliers have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Here's Mitchell. Hits the target from 18 feet. Mitchell's got his second basket.
We've become accustomed to these kind of moves from Mitchell. He's got that ball on a string.
George against Hunter. George passes to Embiid, and he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And one of the more imposing guys at the center position, Joel Embiid.
As unique a player as we've got in the league in terms of his size, just mammoth, and his agility and skill level, so special for a guy of his size. His production is absolutely crazy. Perennial MVP candidate now and perhaps for several years to come.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Pass to Drummond. Now Embiid, covered by Bamba. From the low block. Oh, it's blocked by Bamba.
Guys, that's all athleticism and timing. Bamba, a terrific shot blocker because he uses the physical tools he has quite well.
Now here's George. 8 points in his last time out. Here's Mitchell. Paul George pulls down the board. For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 for 7. A sluggish start. Up again. It's good on the putback.
There are few men in the league that attack the glass as well as Drummond does. He's almost unstoppable chasing down second points. He's a tenacious and ferocious offensive rebounder.
Now here's Maxey. He's got 5. Pass to Gordon. Drummond inside. He's against Bamba.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights that bucket is automatic.
The 3 from Mitchell, and the basket's good. Off the assist from Garland. Garland's got 3 assists in the game. Garland against Maxey. Pass to Embiid. Oh, they get a hand on it. Stolen by Mitchell. On the break.
Yeah, great vision. I mean, this is where Garland takes it to another level offensively.
Philadelphia's gone 1 for 5 from three-point range. A cold start, and Philadelphia calls time here. This game coming on the heels of their win versus the Knicks.
They were lights out from beyond the arc, and they spaced the floor beautifully in that one.
There's all kind of talk in the game today about stretching the floor, because when you do that, everything else just becomes a little easier.
Oubre, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Lowry comes in for Gordon, and a new group getting ready for the Cavaliers. Green's checked in for Bamba. Jones comes in for Mobley. Strus, he's checked in for Hunter, and Okoro is subbed in for Mitchell.
Now that takes a skillful touch.
Yeah, excellent control to just ease the ball back up and in.
That's exactly right. No need to catch it when you've got the kind of soft hands that he does.
Maxey passes to Drummond. And here's Oubre. Drummond, a screen on Strus. 4 on the clock. That's good from Drummond on the assist by Oubre.
That's where Drummond generates most of his offense. I mean, he's got a lot of moves in the low post.
That's great. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Covington's checked in for Philadelphia. Grimes comes in for Maxey. Garland for 3. It's another 3 for Cleveland.
And their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Now here's Lowry. Drummond with the screen. And so he draws. And they've stopped the action here. They're using their coach's challenge to see if they can get this foul overturned.
Second team foul.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
The previous play is under review.
No, he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
The first one falls. And he can't hit the second. And so it's Jones who brings up the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. 9-point game. Garland. That one a little long. Philadelphia has gone 1 for 5 from three-point range. A cold start from the arc. The Cavaliers pull it in. Last time they met was in Cleveland.
In their last game against this opponent, they secured the win because their second unit really stepped up.
And you know what? If they run away with this game like they did in that one, I'd expect to see plenty of minutes again for the guys coming off the bench.
Here's Drummond. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's Cleveland. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. Defense is setting the tone. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Cavaliers.
I must say their defensive intensity has been impressive so far, really making it hard for the offense to hold on to the ball.
Another big component of their game early on has been their execution on the fast break. They're getting a bunch of easy baskets, pushing it in transition.
All right, on the floor for Cleveland, getting going in the second. Garland runs point with Mitchell at the 2. Isaac Okoro is out there with Derek Jones. And it's Strus in at the 3. Now here's Lowry. Left side, Oubre. Pass to Covington. Back to Oubre. Now George. Jacks up a 3. Nails it from 3.
Seems effortless for George, that quick release of his.
You know, over his career, Paul George has racked up more than his fair share of accolades, Grant.
Well, he's a fixture at All-Star Weekend, that's for sure. Now, he's made the All-Defensive team more than a few times. He's had an outstanding career.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Philly fans, they're known for their passion, and Tyrese Maxey said, I love them because they're real. They're honest and they're tough. They know the game, they know what they're talking about, and they know what players are getting out of it. They care about winning, and that's what I care about. Brian?
That's such a great sports city, too. Allie, thank you. The 76ers have gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. And he drains the quick shot. George has got 5 points now this quarter.
Mid-range, no problem for PG. He's really improved as a shooter.
And that one's good. Mitchell.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
Now here's George. 5 points in the game.
The scoring efficiency has been low, and it's not helping them on the scoreboard.
Strus the pass to Okoro, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Three-pointer. Philadelphia grabs the miss.
It hasn't been his best quarter. I mean, he's trying to shoot himself out of a slump.
George for 3, and that's his third bucket at 8 attempts.
And just a drop in the bucket for PG-13. He will roast you from the corners if you let him.
And the Cavaliers call time here. And the 76ers with some changes. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Adams. Gordon comes in for Covington. And it's Tyrese Maxey in for Lowry. Bamba's checked in for Cleveland. Hunter comes in for Garland.
And the fans love it. And Mitchell certainly seems to be enjoying himself on the offensive end.
He shoots. The rebound by Bamba. Cleveland has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. To the paint. Oh, George with a steal. In transition. For 3, Gordon. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. Grant, coming off All-Star Weekend, some teams seem to have renewed focus.
You know, the break is really an opportunity to press the reset button. Take a breath. You know, just get some rest. And, of course, analyze what you've done well and maybe what you haven't. And make the necessary adjustments moving forward.
Maxey makes things happen with his hard work and determination as a scorer.
Andre Drummond is checked in for Philadelphia. Cleveland has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Gordon against Strus. Here's Embiid. The rebound by Bamba. Bamba's got 4 rebounds now. Outside Mitchell. From downtown. Yes, sir! Mitchell from long range.
Well, the defense not doing a good job at all of getting after him. They've got to crowd him and make it tough for him. That's his second this quarter.
Here's George, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Bamba.
Sixers ball.
Here's Drummond, and the jam by Drummond. And here's Mitchell. He'll bring it up for the Cavaliers. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. After this game, they can look forward to Washington, where they'll match up against the Wizards. That'll be the second of 2 games on the road.
And the defense, they have to honor Mitchell as a scorer. And when they do, it just opens up the passing lanes.
You know, with that kind of height mismatch, you've got to send help defensively.
Cleveland has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter in the second so far. Pass to Hunter. Takes a 3. It's hauled in by the Sixers. Here's George from outside the arc. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Bamba's got 5 rebounds tonight. On the wing, Strus. Jones with a screen on Gordon. Strus' shot is off. Philadelphia has gone 3 for 7 from the perimeter during the second quarter. To the right side. A clear look for Embiid. Again, Philadelphia.
Selfless pass there from Maxey. Really able to handle the guard position quite well.
Mitchell with the ball. Picked up by Embiid. Pass to Strus. Jones from outside. Counted. All three of his attempts have gone in.
And after a scoreless first quarter, he's finding his offense.
Maxey against Mitchell. Embiid with it. That one falls. Coming off a Drummond feed. Embiid's got 5 now.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
On the wing, Mitchell. Jones with a screen on Maxey. Mitchell. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. First one falls for him. For the Cavaliers, Mobley comes in for Strus, and Darius Garland subbed in for Donovan Mitchell. And he makes the first, but misses the second. The Sixers trailing. George feels it out a bit. We've got 13 seconds left in the half. Pass to Gordon. Lets it go from deep. The shot won't fall. And here's Hunter from the arc. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. Just a big-time effort for Donovan Mitchell. Thanks, Allie. After the break, we'll see you right back here to begin quarter number 3.
Hey folks, welcome to the Halftime Show. A lead right now in this one for the Cleveland Cavaliers. One thing's for sure, adrenaline's running high. What would you guys do to lower the intensity at halftime?
I didn't have any problem relaxing at the half, maybe a little nap, catch up on the news.
That's why it always looked like you were coming out locker room sleepwalking?
Yeah, well, even in my sleep, I can go out there and dominate.
That's really saying something for a guy we have to wake up to do the halftime show. All right, and looking now at the first half, it's been an almost but not quite story for the 76ers.
What I'm really wondering is their communication defensively. They've allowed too many good looks, and that's something that can be hard to correct at halftime.
Also, give some credit to the boys on the other side. The execution was on point.
That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. What a game we're seeing from Donovan Mitchell.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Andre Drummond is out there with Joel Embiid. Then it's Maxey. Then there's Eric Gordon. And it's George in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Mobley, a screen on Maxey. The drive by Garland. And Mobley throws it down.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Maxey passes to Embiid. Back to Maxey. Knocked away. It's stolen by Garland. Here's the break from 13. And it's Mitchell scoring off the run out.
The hands of Garland starting that break, and just a nice steal. Wow.
And it's Maxey missing. The Cavaliers leading. The 3 from Mitchell. Yes. And a nice assist from Garland. Garland's got 9 assists now tonight.
Boy, he's been a rock of offensive support so far, and when they've needed a basket, they've turned to him.
Now here's Maxey. Give him 8 points now. And here's Drummond. Oh, no good! Unable to end this run. Maxey against Garland. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Grant, you had a terrific mid-range game. It feels like more players are going back to that now.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting, B.A. The analytics say dunks and three-pointers, but that makes your offense almost just two-dimensional. In many cases, too predictable. You're seeing more and more players, particularly the elite ones, finding comfort in the mid-range. He's really carrying the load, but no man can do it all by himself. First in scoring, and they're the best passing team in the NBA. #1 in assists this season. That tells you a lot about the leadership and the attitude of this squad. No one player puts himself above the team.
And it's no secret the league is definitely more offensive-oriented nowadays. And they are the best of the bunch in following that trend, leading the league in points per game. Now here's Drummond. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. Just 5 on the clock. Embiid. Look at Embiid with the skilled finish.
Well, you know, there's only so much you can do against Embiid, guys. I mean, he's such a terrifically skilled offensive player with great size. I mean, he plays pretty much through any kind of contact.
And so it's George with it. He brings it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. They trail by 9. Milwaukee will be traveling to face them after this game. And that'll be the finale in their 4-game homestand. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Joel Embiid talked about setting the tone. He said it's not easy being a leader. I'm not an off-the-court guy. I'm more reserved. But on the court, I show up. That's the way I like to lead, dominating on the court, offensively, defensively, and try to bring everybody along with me. Ryan?
He does it well, for sure. Allie, thanks for that. Embiid can't hit.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts. Chance at a 3-point opportunity here. 1 free throw coming up. Lowry, he's checked in for Maxey. Jones, he's checked in for the Cavaliers.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
Well, Grant, we've seen some teams double up with superstar players at the same position in recent years. Sometimes it works.
Yeah, you know, and other times it doesn't work. I mean, it forces a coach to be very creative. When you have multiple players who are used to being the guy, it can be hard to keep everyone happy. Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Oh, putting in the work. Embiid finishes inside.
Embiid, such a dominant force inside. That's exactly where his coaches and teammates want him operating.
And there's Mitchell on the assist by Garland. Mitchell's got 27 points.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They should continue to ride the hot hand.
Lowry against Garland. Now here's Lowry. The D's right on him. For 3, Gordon. The Cavaliers pull it in. From deep, Mitchell drains the triple. Mitchell's got 13 points in this quarter.
And normally Mitchell wants his shot head on, but you give him the corner and he will adapt.
Timeout called, the 76ers. We've seen Donovan Mitchell really having a great game.
With the perimeter D struggling to stay connected to him, they're getting bombarded.
And the 76ers making a change here. Oubre's checked in. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Strus, he's checked in for Bamba. Stolen by Strus. Fast break, Cleveland. Here's Garland. Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done.
It's impressive how they've overcome his cold streak tonight. Everyone stepping in to fill the gap.
First team foul.
A minute 29 left in the third. It's George on the wing, defended by Jones. For 3, Lowry. The offensive rebound. Nice shot by George.
He's well put together at 6'8", about 220 pounds. Paul George does a good job on the old boards.
Garland with the ball, and Drummond picks him up defensively.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
52 seconds left in the third. Outside Oubre. Pass to Drummond. And here's Gordon. Covered by Strus. Shot clock at 6. From 11 feet away. Gordon can't hit. And here comes Cleveland. They're on a 12-4 run. Left side Garland. Jones. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And there is very little ego to Garland's game. He wants to get other guys looks and opportunities.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. George's shot is off. Cleveland has gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. Looking to end this cold spell. Rebound by the 76ers. Drummond's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this point. Man.
And so it's Cleveland in control with a 16-point advantage heading into the break. Boy, they've been playing at a fast pace, beating the defense in transition and adding to that big lead. We'll be back in a moment. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
You can count on him to deliver a few assists like this one each and every night.
It sure is. I mean, he's a maestro. Great vision, terrific IQ, everything you want in a point guard.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court right now for Cleveland, they've got Max Strus, Trey Mann out there with Mitchell. Then there's Okoro, and it's Jones in at the 5, roaming the paint. Mann, the pass to Mitchell, shoots over Oubre. Good work defensively by Oubre.
More often than not, he'll cash it in from that area. The defense might have done just enough to bother him.
Great idea to pull up and take the transition 3 there. The D was in position to block his path to the hoop. He took it inside.
Strus. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
And breaking out the one-hand slam.
Man, an emphatic way to extend the lead a little more.
Yes, indeedy. Well done.
Now here's Lowry. Pass to Covington. Fires the 3, and that comes off the assist by Lowry.
Man, nice perimeter shooting by Robert Covington. Just has such a really aesthetically pleasing release on those long ball attempts.
Sends it home from three-point land.
Clutch buckets. He's paving the way as they hit the home stretch.
Lowry, the pass to Oubre. Covington, a screen on Mitchell. And here's Oubre from the arc. And the rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Launches a 3. And the Cavaliers, another 3.
Boy, the points really accumulating from three-point range. He had 9 from distance in the first half, and he seems to only be getting better.
Now here's Oubre. Fires the 3. Martin misses. Mitchell with the ball, guarded by Covington. Strus's shot is off. Philadelphia has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. Out left to the wing. And there's Adams. That one's good. On the assist by Oubre. Oubre's got assist number 5 here tonight. Time called here. The Cavs decide to talk it over. And the 76ers with some changes. Embiid, he's checked in for Adams. Gordon comes in for Martin. And it's Tyrese Maxey in for Lowry. Hunter's checked in for the Cavaliers. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, over the break, I did listen in on Kenny Atkinson's huddle. And they told the team, let's keep doing what we're doing. We're up. Do not forget that. They told their team to just relax, to have fun, and to finish this one out. We'll see if they do, guys.
And Allie, thank you for that. And there's the whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2 on Robert Covington. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
Well, the defense looks helpless trying to contain them in the open floor, and they've continued to exploit this advantage.
You know, we've got to talk about how they've continued to force turnovers and turn those turnovers into points. They came out aggressive, and they've not let up.
Andre Drummond is checked in for the Sixers. Paul George comes in for Oubre. Now here's Embiid. lays it up and banks it in.
Nothing new for Embiid here, going off for a big scoring performance, par for the course.
Mitchell gets a step, and you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
Guys, this has been an incredible performance this quarter. I mean, he's getting the ball where he likes it and wants it and just going to work.
Yeah, they've really made a concerted effort to get to the line here in the second half.
That's exactly how you do it. Defender pressing up on you, you press right back.
Now here's Maxey. Pass to Embiid. Over Hunter. Embiid can't hit.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. As a result, they've got a big lead. Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim, that's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
George for three, and the 76ers another three.
Because he's a stretch floor with a reliable and consistent three, George adds a lot to this offense.
Jones, the pass to Okoro. Now Hunter. Here's Okoro. Hunter, a screen on Gordon. Here's Okoro. And once again, off the mark by Cleveland. The 76ers running out of time. For three, George. Here's Embiid. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
That's his second.
It's almost unbelievable how fluid Embiid is at his size. And his aggressiveness to boot. I mean, that really forces defenses to compromise a bit when they defend him.
And it's Garland on the drive. Tries to break his ice. Drummond grabs the miss. The 76ers have gone 8 of 12 so far here in the fourth. Gordon, the pass to George. Embiid, a screen on Hunter. Here's George. The rebound by Bamba. Bamba's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Outside Garland. Lets the three fly. Sinks the tray.
When Garland finds a three-point shot, he takes it. Supremely confident in his abilities.
Now a timeout called by Philadelphia. They're trailing by 12. And we've got 1:18 left to play in the fourth. Hunter against George. That one falls. George has got 5 points in the quarter.
PG-13, using that length inside. And this just goes to show how much of a difference focus makes. Good win here for the Cavaliers.
You can score without sharing the ball, but it can be a whole lot easier when guys are assisting one another.
Yeah, they were very patient. They were also unselfish, and ultimately, that's why they were so efficient.
And with another win in the bag, they've racked up 46 total on the year.
And this is an even matchup, 1-1 on the season series with 2 left to play.
Hard to say now how the final 2 games between them will play out, but one thing's certain. They're going to go at each other. This has become a very intense matchup.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Donovan Mitchell.
The scoring effort from him, unreal. Carrying this team, I mean, he was amazing tonight.
George, good.
There's not much a defender can do when George decides to go up with the pull-up. I mean, you got to respect both his shooting and his driving ability because of his speed on the dribble.
Now here's Garland. No coverage that time. Here's George. There's 37 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Embiid, a screen on Hunter. George for three, and he can't get that one.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
On target from range.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Shot from the wing, and it's Cleveland with another.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. And they got it done.
Oh, my. The air is thin from out there. But I'll tell you what, he's got deep range.
And so it's the Cavaliers taking care of business in this one. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to take a game in someone else's building.
And that'll do it, folks. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Clark Kellogg, this is Brian Anderson thanking you all for tuning in tonight. Now our New Balance player of the game, Donovan Mitchell.